Good evening. This is your Florida weather guy, and we're going to discuss a little bit about this evening's weather that happened. Also, the overnight forecast and the evening weather brief. So we're going to get right into it. This is our local radar. As you can see, the areas of rain is still moving out. In this area right in here, where I got the blue circle right there, this area got bullseye anywhere from 2 to almost 5 inches of rain as this whole area went up this way, right over through central St. Pete, or central Pinellas County. So Hillsborough and all of Pinellas County was under a flood advisory until 7:45 p.m. This whole area will slowly be winding down as it moves further and further out to the Gulf. This is some of our rain totals, and we're going to look at some of the rain totals here. Oh, yeah. So the rain totals, we had 2.4 inches, almost 4 inches in South St. Pete. Around the Lago area, anywhere from 2 to almost 4 inches of rain. A little bit wet, less in around Polk County and north in Pasco County and northern Pinellas County. And then it got a little bit heavier as it went out into the Gulf. So that was just today's rainfall. And here at the Florida Weather Guys Weather Center, we had 2.35, almost 2.5 inches of rain here. And the streets were flooded when I was coming home from work today. So it was pretty nasty out there between 5 and 7 p.m. This is our future radar, and this is at 5 a.m. And looks like the heavier rains that I could see is going to be very light right in here, and maybe a light shower around Orlando, and spotty in South Florida, around Cape Coral, Miami, West Palm. But the heavier rainfall is going to be East Pensacola Heights, because up here there's a stationary front. And from time to time it moves south, and then it moves back north, and it just kind of stays wavers back and forth from north to south. So and then it very slowly moves to the south, and it just stays stationary for a while. Then it'll move back north, then it'll move back south. So that's what a stationary front is. And that's some tropical moisture has helped feeding in all these afternoon thunderstorms. Let's clear some of this stuff off. We've got a lot of stuff going on there. And like I said, with that front just north of us, that adds lift to it. And then with that tropical moisture feeding in from the south and southeast, that adds fuel to the fire for heavy rainfall. And we're going to see that later in the forecast when I put out tomorrow's forecast. That'll be later on this evening. And we'll see that we'll have another day like we had today of more heavy rain showers and thunderstorms later in the day. Okay, this is our overnight lows. It looks like overnight lows in the state of Florida, mid to upper 70s in through central and on the west coast and the northwest and northeast, and then in the southeast, lower 80s. That would be West Palm Beach and Miami. But the rest of us, the upper mid to upper 70s. This is our Pinellas weather for Clearwater, Largo, Pinellas Park, and St. Pete. Upper 70s with showers and thunderstorms will be ending, and they'll be moving out into the Gulf. This is our West Coast Florida, and it looks like upper mid to upper 70s in Chiefland, Crystal River, Brooksville, Tampa, Sarasota, Arcadia, Fort Myers, and Sebring and Lakeland. The rain chances are 40% around Fort Myers, Arcadia, Sebring, Lakeland, and Chiefland. So that'd be like right in here. That's the dividing line, and then west of that, from Tampa down to Sarasota, and some Brooksville, and some in Crystal River, and closer to between 50 and 60% chance of rain. But eventually it will move all out into the Gulf, and it will become partly cloudy skies overnight. This is our Florida weather guide. This is your evening weather summary. Showers and thunderstorms will be winding down, and they will move out into the Gulf overnight. Overnight temperatures will be in the upper 70s. This has been your evening weather brief. And like I said, we're going to have another date tomorrow, but we'll see that later this evening when I put out tomorrow's forecast. Anywhere from probably about 10 to 10:30, I'll have Thursday's forecast. Have a great evening. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye for now.